now sourcing. We are one of the earliest infographic companies out there. We've been out there 10.5 years. Prior to doing infographics about 7 years ago, we were a social media agency. And prior to that, I was a CTO, so we've kind of scaled everything we've been doing since then.
Hey, Brian?
Yes?
Mic just a little closer to your mouth.
Better?
Yes.
All right. Great. So, as much as we are in the infographic business, we're a 20-person shop based in Louisville, Kentucky, and you're going to see what we're showing in a second. They were asking me before if there's what laptop to show into, and I said, I'm not using a laptop. And they said, what the hell are you talking about? I said, yeah, we're moving on to VR. So we're a 20-person shop based in Louisville, Kentucky. We do everything end-to-end on infographics. We do all of the research and storytelling. We do all the design. We do a lot of different kinds of designing. So we've done everything from redesigning Captain Crunch to making our own fonts to doing photo shoots and all of that. And we also do promotion. And this is something that we're very heavily for because over the 10.5 years of existence, we have made a lot of relationships with the press, and we're always looking for new kinds of relationships as well. We also do everything from presentations to social media micro content. We also do PowerPoint presentations, investor decks, all of that. We've done in-store displays, we've done product packaging, we've done a lot of pop-up banners, which you've seen at a lot of trade shows. And I like to be in the 3 to 5 year ahead of its time kind of business. So what's really coming next in the world of infographics? I think this is the year that you're going to see, as you've probably already seen out there, everything VR, AR, and all of that. So we're going to spend a minute and talk today about the future of infographics and how it crosshairs with VR. And I'm going to try to hold the mic and wear this and not fall over. So if we're taking bets to see if we're going to fall over, I'm probably just going to sit down. Is this ready to go? So before I do this, show of hands, who here has a smartphone? Who does not have a smartphone? Yeah, we're stacking the deck against because it is South by Southwest. So a lot of people think that VR, AR, all of these different things are ahead of its time. And I'll give you that on the AR side, perhaps. We're just getting there. Places like HoloLens, places like Apple, with their Quiet project that they're allegedly not working on, but they have 500 engineers quietly in the basement working on. All of that. That stuff is coming, and that stuff is starting to ship, and that stuff is very expensive and experimental, and a lot of developers are using it. But nowadays, everybody already has the basic platform to run virtual reality. Because if you have a smartphone, you plug it into something like this. And you don't have to have a fancy thing like this. You can go on Amazon, you can go to Walmart, and for $5, $10 with Google Cardboard, it's not going to be perfect, but you're already going to have an immersive VR experience. But right now, everybody's building the roadways, they're building the bridges, they're building the infrastructure, and they're not necessarily building the art and the marketing and all the style that goes into the infographic. So today, we wanted to show you the first future of infographics inside the VR headset. This is going to be looking at what I'm looking at, and taking a look at our office. Right now we're looking at, can everybody see the first part where it says future of infographics? Great. First we're going to explain a little bit. So the world of augmented reality is fantastic. It uses a lot of holography, and you can pinch and zoom and move all of those different things around. And if you've seen any of the displays from HoloLens and Meta, I think those guys are actually here at the show. That stuff is incredible, and there's even some displays where you can actually take all of your monitors and throw them off your desk and use the monitors themselves. Pretty incredible stuff. Now, let's take a look at some of the other pieces. You can't really use all of the 5 senses without something such as haptic feedback. For those of you who don't know what haptic feedback is, it enables you to touch and be touched within that environment. And as you see there, we have a floating Ashley Rickroll thing kind of piece. Also, because VR and AR is such a real piece, it's a little bit disorienting. And if you ask most people when they've tried some of these experiences, it really tricks your brain in a way that's disorienting. So binaural audio, for those of you who haven't heard of that, it's basically like taking a human head, so it's recording sound in the ear canal, or the simulated canal, if you will. So it helps to not have all of that distortion. So these are the main things that we really want to talk about within the space. And we're actually doing this in partnership with our longtime client we've been doing for about 5 years now called Startup. If you look to the back over here, you actually see some of the representatives from Startup to tell you how some of that works. Any questions about this environment? Let's get back up. Yes, sir. How do you engage with it? That's a great question. So I've been thinking about how to make all these different things work. So our theory with this is to have a regular flat 2D infographic, which you then say, here's a more enhanced virtual reality piece. You have another question? Sir. The question is who's really using it, like real estate? Right, real estate is one of the main areas. Everything in tech, so Startup is a mobile app monetization company. It works very well in real estate, it works very well in healthcare. You could do jet engines because 2D is not enough for a lot of kinds of industries. So whether you're talking about a 2D infographic, whether you're talking about a video, whether you're talking about an interactive, you're still looking at it in a 2D plane. But let's say we're looking at a jet engine and you're trying to see something going on there. If you're trying to diagnose something in a healthcare situation, this enables you to walk around and look through it. So this is a basic display that we're trying to do our best to show up on a stage here, as you can imagine. Yeah. Other questions? No? Well, so we are going to be giving away one of these headsets, so you can see the whole infographic VR experience yourself. We have a booth at 1345 in the back next to SAP. And thank you so much for joining today.
Anyway, is this card at random?
Yes, indeed. Let's do it. Okay, we've got Steve from Connectable. Steve.
Steve, are you here? There he is.
We've not planned in the front row.
He's not playing.
Nice.
Okay. So, how much is a platform like that usually run retail?
Right, so we have to talk to you guys because it's such a custom engagement. So please do visit us at the booth and we'll be happy to talk about it with you.
Okay, so good.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. Round of applause.